Welcome back to Let's Play Rome Total War. Carthage Campaign, episode the 113th with me, Squawker. And when we left off, we had captured Lepsis Magna. We took the gamble and the gamble paid off. We rushed the town, took the town, secured the town, but we haven't secured the town really. However, we do now sit proudly in control of the entire... well, not the entire, but the majority of North Africa. There's a bit Egypt owns, but we ain't tangling with Egypt. So yes, the Brutii now find themselves running out of overseas colonies and provinces. They only hold on to Sicily, and then after that, they hold only on to their last few lands. So we're planning to launch our invasion of Sicily. We're preparing our troops. However, the Brutii are going to make one last big gambit, it seems. There's incoming navies carrying all sorts of wicked contraptions and troops and all sorts of, well, just stuff. Things designed to annoy me, really. I'm sending one of my navies back, though, just for general replenishment because they're running out of stuff. But Captain Quintus is quickly approaching the city with a relatively... I'd say a somewhat intimidating army, a rather unbalanced army with a lot of artillery, so he would probably cripple the walls of Lepsis Magna if he gets the chance. So we're going to retrain whatever we can here. Our sacred band numbers unfortunately are running low, we're going to have to merge some units. We're going to also recruit an additional unit of Poeni infantry to help defend the city, because we do have enemies incoming and we are going to have to stand up to them. So I may try to send for additional reinforcements from somewhere, but reinforcements of Carthage would take too long to arrive, so I think we may just try to sally forth as they arrive. I thought it would be a very tight battle, but since they use mostly artillery, I think some clever tactics could probably break them quite easily. We also need to deal with Captain Gelmakat, who's just currently hanging around near this town. So I more or less have enough troops to deal with him. So I'm gonna get rid of this loose Libyan mercenary actually, and we're just gonna take this lot, and we're gonna go and deal with the enemy now because I just want them gone. So if you just take your army out there, Amicus Volubis, and you can just go and deal with this, and then that's a little rebel army dealt with. Got a few other rebels to do with an Iberian towns that just don't get on with me, and then yeah, we've got a lot to do. By the way, the rebels ran off, so we're going to chase them down, just get rid of them once and for all, because I don't really want to be dealing with them. I want to be focusing on just building up my power base here now I've got my homeland back. Still feels a bit like a colony, but I still feel like Iberia is my home, but then again, this is my true home now. Either way, looks like it's going to be an absolute washout this battle, so let's just get right into it. Wipe out some units, let Gelmakat, or well, not Gelmakat because he's going to die, but Amicus Volubis can try and get a few kills of his own to try and see if he's any good at his job.
This will be a grim day. All days of battle are grim. But how much worse must the day be for our foes? They face us, the finest soldiers in the world! And as the battle is joined, remember, my noble soldiers, they have fear in their hearts. Fear of you!
So well and good bigging up your troops, Amicus, but remember, only Caelius gets to admit that he's the highest and finest general in the land, commanding my most elite troops. Either way, let's just prepare ourselves. We're going to just go march in lines of more or less 3 troops per line. Just try and get it accurate. That'll do about. There we go. So we've got 3 lines of troops there. Mercenaries will be backing them up because they'll provide some additional missile support. Cavalry, you're on a flank. Bish, bash, bosh. Enemy deploys on the other side of the map, by the way, because they just don't want to play today. So units, make your way up here. Make your way up here. Cavalry, I want you here to try and cut off their escape because they're just going to put their backs to the wall and hopefully just run off and stop blighting me with their existence. Which would actually be a fantastic outcome, but instead it looks like we're just going to probably stand around and just fiddle their locations. So I want phalanxes here, skirmishes here, cavalry here, and there we go. We've got our troop formations all lined up. Amicus is a little bit faster than everyone else, though, of course, being a cavalry unit. So he may end up luring or getting the attention of some of these rebels, but if he gets the attention of these peasants, then that's absolutely fine, if I'm honest, because then he can just wipe them out, because he should do. He's a general. He's got a pretty big bodyguard at that as well, like nearly 59 men, right? Amicus, just break your march off a little bit, though, just because I don't want to throw you away and then waste all my money retraining you. And he's pulling back a little bit. Okie dokie. It's fun playing battles in fast forward, isn't it? The Tomb Kings DLC looks good, by the way. As well as, obviously, I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but yeah, Total War 3 Kingdoms. That's going to be a good game. I hope Thrones of Britannia, though, doesn't get, like, thrown to the gutter. I mean, alright, I'm hyped as hell for Thrones of Britannia, but, like, in between Tomb Kings and 3 Kingdoms, I feel like Thrones of Britannia may just be feeling a bit of a, like, the lack of a hype or the lack of a marketing monster. Poeni's whole position, I want the skirmishers to do some work on them first. I mean, peasants are just going to stand there and just realise they're about to get fucked anyway, but may as well let the Libyan mercenaries just have a little bit of fun with them. No skirmishing from you lot, by the way, because you lot sometimes skirmish at unreasonable distances. There we go. We are attacking the enemy. Shots are going out nice and accurately, starting to wipe out a couple of the peasants. So let the Libyan mercenaries just expend their ammo doing this because, hey, it's good exercise for them. So, Libyans, run into position quickly, and then you can begin firing at will. I've already got these guys down to being shaken, so they're already about to go down. So, Libyans, javelins out, please. Let's just break them and see. I mean, we could just break without even engaging them, basically. That is literally it. There we go. Feel secure on a hill, and yet we're getting absolutely wiped out on this hill. Probably because they're not stood on the top of a hill, if I'm honest. But they're down to 204 men now. I'm down to half my ammo there. But even at that, there we go. They're just getting cleaned out, right? They're going to try and escape for range. That's fine. Let them do, sir. Don't pursue. Because it looks like some other idiot's just going to run into you anyway, right? These Iberian infantry have probably clocked my general and they're thinking this could be an easy kill. That's fair enough. General, get in there and stomp him. Phalanx, go and intercept him. You lot, they're trying to escape. Don't let them do that, right? So, cavalry just absolutely whomps out that Iberian infantry unit, by the way, and my cavalry's already getting good, wavering. Right, General, there we go.
The General shows his value. He is filled only by a desire to save his own skin.
As it should be, right. Finish him off, lads. Poenis, I want you to focus fire on getting into those peasants. Skirmishers, try and see if you can chase down that wandering Iberian. General, lend a hand against it.
General was a fool. He sacrificed himself rather than leading his men to a dignified defeat.
Honestly thought for a minute then Abacus had gone and thrown his life away, but luckily he hasn't. Otherwise that would have been the superior military disaster going on there. Okay, lads, turn around. This Iberian unit just loves to run around and not get killed. You guys may want to start skirmishing now, by the way, because you got incoming. So you lot skirmish away, please. Off we go. Right, cavalry, finish him off. Come on. By the way, when I say skirmish away, I mean skirmish away. Don't just walk away. Go on, yes, run! Got an incoming enemy trying to intercept you, but luckily I'm going to intercept the interceptors, so everyone's intercepting. Then the cavalry comes in to do a super duper intercept and fuck themselves up.
Flee. Chase them from the field and give them no rest or pity.
And that's why you don't charge your own spear unit from the back, right? Either way. There we go. That's just wiping out the enemy cavalry there. Or at least not the enemy cavalry. My cavalry's just wiping out the enemy infantry. As you can tell, my vocabulary, once more, is somewhere in the gutter, right? Keep it up, lads. Finish them all off. Poetas are coming in to just basically sweep them away like a great big brush of doom. Sweeper of death, right. There we go. Wipe them all out, lads. Come on. A few of them have escaped, but overall, that's pretty much all of them dead. There's just one there. There we go.
Victory is yours, and no one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy.
There you go, Amicus. I hope you enjoyed your first little battle and you had fun. Lost 3 men in that engagement, which is a shame, but unfortunately, sometimes people die in battle, so yeah. Oh well.
Glorious victory!
On the upstairs side, we got a new expansion of a shield bearer, which makes the bodyguard more valorous. So, you lot make your way back to Thapsus now and await further orders. Right, we haven't got a lot of money left to spend this turn. So let's try and make sure that money's being spent where it should be. First is first, Mr. Spy, you're continuing your path to Egypt, so we don't need to bother with you right now. These guys, I don't know what they're up to for now. I'll just let them resolve their differences on their own. Something's going on over here. We've got Captain Gellin rocking up with us some rebellious rebels. So far I've got a decent army growing here. Just recruit an additional unit of long shield cavalry, and then we'll go and tidy that up. Scalabus and Gorduma are consistently sulking. Not a lot I can do about that. I've got Eshmunzareza. He's now just a turn away from taking out a Corbingness of Namastus. Been meaning to take him out for a while because he is kind. Well, actually, he isn't disrupting trade because he isn't on a road, but his existence is still a blight on my lands. And Himmelkar Tunis is heading towards Asturica and will arrive there next turn. Excellent. Admiral Fira, by the way, will be making his drop-off this turn, so I want you to drop your troops off. Get yourself to Lugdunum. Oh yeah, the general escaped, didn't he? Tiberius Malesinus. Or what is he up to, actually? I don't know. Have I fought you before? Either way, he's on his way, so we'll welcome him when he arrives. You will make your way to Lugdunum upon next turn, or we could even have you attack from the Alps. Let's see what we have in here. Some decent troops. Okay. I want you to go there and await further orders. I'm going to send you out Long Shield Cavalry. I want you to join up with Agerdicus Manaika. These lot will be attacking Segesta. That's going to be their plan. Ferro, you can dock up at Massila for a little bit and just await further orders. Abdeshum, you're blockading Arretium. So there we go. And Myketon, you're heading towards, you know what, fuck it, blockade Rome. Let's just continue being cocky and blockading the Romans because we can. Alicia, by the way, is suffering some negative public order. Taxes are lower. Might need to just do some additional recruitment. So there we go. Recruit an additional unit of peasants. Doesn't really seem to have changed shit, actually. So you know what, save that money and use it to retrain something. There we go, right. Try and deal with Alicia next time. We're on our way to Conde Redon next turn, by the way. We will be at Stuttgart. Mr. LOL is heading towards Narbo Martius. I think that's everyone's got a job now, right. I think we'll go to the next turn. Observe what our enemies are up to. Carthage, by the way, you're shrinking, but the taxes are already at the minimum. Population is just probably shrinking because there's squalor absolutely friggin' everywhere, as usual. Probably building, I don't know, not a dockyard. Merchants Quarter ain't really going to do it. Crop rotation, I don't know, it doesn't really seem to do anything against squalor, but then again it increases the amount of food available for people, so that might help. Anyway, let's go to the next turn. Observe our enemies, observe our allies, who we don't really observe anywhere, but I may send another diplomat their way soon just to, with begging bowl in hand, hoping they'll just dish out another 10,000 denarii for no good reason, and so on and so forth. So let's make our way to the next turn. By the way, Admiral Chiron, what are you up to? Go blockade Syracuse. Now that's going to piss off the Brutii. It also tells us there's more fleets around, such as Admiral Cassius, who's carrying quite a few troops, and also Admiral Marcellus, who is also carrying troops. There's also Vibius Pertinax in the area, and Syracuse has a sizable garrison. Ooh. I guess one of these towns would have to be the Brutii stronghold, while the other two would be pathetically weak. Fair enough. Either way, the Brutii just clearly don't have enough strength to hold on to Sicily for very long. So we will launch our invasion once we have dealt with Captain Quintus. Or perhaps we should launch it even sooner. No Sacred Band need replenishing, no. But then again, I don't think we have a... Actually, no. Do we have a Temple to Baal here? Can I do Sacred Band here? I can do Sacred Band here, right. Send your Sacred Band to be replenished. Can we do them this turn? No, right. We'll do them next turn, get them replenished. And then we're going to make our way over to Lillebeum and attack it. We'll just throw everything at it. But for now, we're going to go to the next turn and observe things, like I keep saying we will. So now, let us do it. It looks like the Brutii are getting pretty agitated, and that army doesn't seem to be doing much. Where did it go? Strange. Also Scalabus rioted, but someone doesn't give a shit, and the person who doesn't give a shit is me, because this town just doesn't shut up with its whining, so yeah. Anyway, we're 3 turns away from that secret police HQ, so we'll just try and do what we can there. Also, I did detect Scipii fleet on the move. Not carrying anything yet, but it could be carrying something soon. Chermies, sink it. Thank you very much. That's a perfect victory there. That's the Skippy I kept back in their bounds. Right, end of turn report. We have money. Good. Most advanced faction. Oh, fuck, it's Egypt now. Right. Faction announcements. Himliko now has a priest of Baal. Vetius Sornites has a quartermaster. Chaiseris a handsome, a pet lion. You also get a master smith. You're getting quite good, aren't you, Chaiseris a handsome? Can get cheap shit out of you. All these cheap good stuff. Right, here, right. Construction report, by the way. Cordoba, well, it's actually all repairs, but Basilla did build an execution square, which is keeping the plebs a little more in line now. We also switch from that military build policy to a growth build policy, and that might help us out a little bit. Probably not a lot, but it's a start. That's the recruitment, by the way. Cafe going over in Cordoba recruited additional town militia. Tinky some long shield cavalry. Scalabis some peasants. Lepsis Magnus some Poeni infantry. Carthage is on the retraining zone, as is everything else. Right. So first is first, I think that today is probably a day of clearing rebels. Sounds fucking boring, but hey, it's got to be done. But you know what, we're going to round it out by wiping out Condet Redonum, maybe. We don't really have a spy in there. I should have brought some artillery. Right, first we says, Tididis Gisco, I want you to go and initiate the siege.
Engage the enemy.
By the way, this is Gaul's capital. Thrilling, right. Begin the siege, right. Just one ram should be enough to get you in that city and winning that siege, so hold your position there and then we'll deal with you later. Right, you. Eshmunza Ildera. Deal with Cogbiddus of Nemasus. Either way, deal with annoying Iberian rebels who annoyingly Iberianly rebel all around my lands and see that they are all wiped out very, very nicely. So come on. There we go, right. Okay, so he has a beard, by the way. Oh, he has the 2 Baliexers and Iberian infantry, so what we have really is more than enough to wipe him out pretty quickly. So let's just go in and wipe him out pretty quickly, because to be honest, he has slingers, so closing the line against him will probably be the best way to counter-kill him. Don't really want to waste my own slingers on this one. Either way, just get this one over and done with, and then we can send you somewhere else.
There are many roads to victory. Today our road lies through the enemy's ranks. Show no mercy as you cut them down! Today the vultures feast, but they will feast upon our enemies, not us!
Vultures even live in Iberia? I don't know. Right, let's get moving. Okay, Spanish mercenaries, you're going to be the front line today. I'm not really wasting Poenis on this. So Spanish, prepare yourselves. Have your pilums ready. You know what you're doing, right. Poenis, you can take up the rear line if you so wish, but to be honest, there's probably not going to be too much use for you. Cavalry, you're going to run everything over and basically mash it. Slingers, you're going to take 5 in this one. Too many enemy missiles. We're not going to win missile superiority here, so let's just get moving, right. So, Iberians, let's start moving first. So the enemy has decided to put themselves on the slopes of a mountain. We're firing at will, by the way, so we are going to try and use our pilums to wear the enemy down, but to be honest, it might just be more efficient just to try and go in for the charge. But either way, we're starting to move around. Sacred Band Cavalry, we're going to try and take our way up the hill, but we could go for a nice downhill charge against the enemy. Poenis, I'm only going to bring in if tits go up. For now, they could just hold position there because I don't really want to bring them in. They're too good for this, or at least too valuable, or whatever. I know I can't retrain mercenaries, but at the same time, I don't need to spend money retraining mercenaries, so there you go. I'll just replace them when they're all worn out like a tube of toothpaste. Very wasteful approach, but then again, I don't know, I don't really have my mercenary strategy down, which is ironic for a faction that is so heavily reliant on mercenaries, but that's more in real life than in here. Carthage's military can stand upon its own 2 feet, as we have proven. But it's always nice to have a few Balearic slingers and a few Spanish mercenaries just to round out your armies, just for that additional little kick. Because these guys are pretty good infantry, mainly because they have pilums as well. Something that not a lot of non-Roman factions seems to possess, so it's very, very useful to us. Either let's speed this one up and get our men into battle as quick as possible. Going to monitor those slingers because right now, I thought it was going to be a case of they've clocked up my cavalry. They actually have clocked up my cavalry. They're thinking, right, let's try and have a go at it. Except right now, the enemy's being quite indecisive. It looks like we're trying to skirmish away. Now, Cogdinimbus is a pretty weak chap. He's only got barbarian cavalry on his side, so he can come down quite easily. Now, I've got the Spanish mercs already on their way to intercept. Right, Sacred Band cavalry, I want you to march in and wipe out that isolated unit of slingers before they try and do anything. The other slingers right now, they're more interested in attacking my Spanish mercenaries, so, ooh, wow, that was a pretty bad volley there. Took quite a few kills. Okay, General, I want you to try and see if you can snake your way into the enemy other slinger. Right now, we've got these Balearic slingers well under control. They're going down. They're wavering. They can't get their shots off because they're too busy skirmishing. That's excellent. Right, you lot, want to try and get yourselves up there. Slingers are trying to sling against my cavalry now. But as that Iberian infantry moves away, my general is now just free to move in and attack all the other slingers. So well done, enemy. You just played yourself there. Alright, Sacred Band cavalry, I need you to go and give a hand. That rebel general needs to go down. So please see that occurs. Do not magnetize onto those. Yeah, they didn't magnetize this time. Sometimes they magnetize onto units that they shouldn't be attacking. Okay, General, I'm just going to pull you out just because I don't want you getting hurt. Well, obviously you do need to get hurt because it's, you know, it's like your test of character. But I just don't want you to get like stuck in a cluster. Alright, you lot, you are now attacking the Iberian infantry. Get in there, just do whatever you can against them. Just all of you get in there, going for the kills, decide to break them up. They remain steady, so their morale isn't going to last much longer as it is chipping away. Right, he's down.
He is filled only by a desire to save his own skin.
Okay, chase down whatever's escaping now, lads. See that it's all gone. Right, what are we doing over here? What are we doing over here? Well, what we're doing is we're killing shit, aren't we? Alright, come on. Kill it all. Still quite a lot of them left. But they are shaken, so they're not going to last much longer.
The enemy flee.
Kill them all.
Them from the field and give them no rest or pity.
There we go. We can just watch an entire unit crumble. Okay, so Spanish mercenaries are going to chase down the Iberians. Looks like everyone else is about to escape, but we did manage to just mow down the last of these slingers. Most obviously, it's just a penalty that happens if you're not hired by me and you choose to fight against me. You end up getting killed by me. So, yeah, just when I asked to hire mercenaries, better have your resume ready, kids. Right. Finish it off, lads. Come on. There we go. Perfect victory. Well, not perfect, but, you know, victory. Okay, cavalry, try and regroup and finish off the last of these Iberian infantries, because my Spanish mercs are doing the best they can to keep up. They're also Oshgar down fast, but they're not quite there yet. I'm trying to stab him in the back, it just isn't happening. Anyway, General, go for it. Right, head-on charge. Perfect. And into my own men, too. Get up, loser. Thank you. Right. Who's left? Who's left? Just this one little running... Oh, well, he was left.
Victory is sweet indeed. And all the sweeter for being so decisive.
Well done, lads. You did a good performance there. Another little rebel army wiped out. And that leaves me very happy. Only 7 of them escaped, so they won't be troubling us for a while. Even Livy feels that outcome corresponds to something or other. Right. So he also gained the Barbarian Turncoat, which gives us bonus against Barbarians. Just a shame that we're running out of Barbarians, apart from the great big Barbarian kingdom nearby. Okay, Eshmunza, I want you to head to Numantia, and I want your troops to head towards Massila for their usefulness. Right, there we go. Excellent. Everything is transpiring according to my designs now. Right, so what can we do this turn? Well, first things first, we've got the additional cavalry ready for Agera Kosmanika. Looks like there are a few Julii lurking around now. Captain Oppius is bringing some tough troops to toughly deal with me. Still, Assassin, I want you to make your way in and begin scoping out how much resistance we're going to meet as we begin our crossing of the Alps. Right, looks like resistance is going to be quite minimal, but I want you to get towards Mediolanium. That's the town that's concerning, because that's a major settlement. And it's very weakly defended. Oh, wait, no, wait, actually, sorry. No, his army's quite weak, right. We should be able to have a go at it. Right, Massila, let's see, let's just compare notes. So what we have right now is pretty good. Nothing really too fantastic to recruit in terms of mercenaries there. So right, take all the Poetes, take some Libyans, take whatever's left of these Balearic slingers. Just have you rendezvous on the bridge for right now and find another assassin. What we're bringing here are 3 Sacred Band, elephants, onagers, quite a bit of cavalry. I think the only thing we are missing is we could really use more slingers, but we don't have any here at the minute. And to be honest, could I wait a turn? I don't like waiting turns when I know there's enemy assassins lurking in the area. I don't want to risk it. He's motivated me to get moving. Also, just do some additional recruitment here just to try and... Actually, don't recruit those. Recruit Libyan Spearmen. Everyone loves Libyan Spearmen. There we go. Right. Agericus Manica, I want you to begin crossing the Alps. And that there... Oh, wait, we can't do it. Right. Damn it. Oh, well, fine. If we can't do it, then no slingers can join the army anyway. But yeah, this is one small step for Carthage now, and a massive step for Carthage, really. Basically, we're crossing the Alps. And I'm probably not giving it as much ceremony as it deserves, but we're doing it now. Go across the Alps into Italy, ruin the Romans, make them confused. And also, Adable the Mad, would you like to join in on this one? You've got plenty of very, very well-armoured troops. The only troops actually know what? Give me one more turn, actually. Finish off armouring up your troops, prepare another unit of cavalry who will also be very well armoured, and then you're making your way down, buddy. But in terms of additional recruitment, just because you continually suck at governing your things, but then again it's because you are Adable the Mad, who is dangerously mad and very, very bad. But right, he's going to keep that town safe. Mr. Lol, you make your way to Narbo Martius, and welcome to your new job of being governor as Narbo Martius. You don't really have anything that I can do, or at least you don't have anything too useful to me, but you can be retrained, and you can begin working on an execution square, but we don't really need one. However, if I do feel like having a bit more money, I could increase the taxes, but right now the population growth is so substantial, I'd rather try and just leave it for now. Okay, anything else to do in Iberia? You need to get into Asturica, don't you, Mr. Himmel Cartoonist? So into Asturica you will go. Welcome to governing Asturica. You seem to have the town relatively under control for now, so I will let you continue doing what you need to be doing. Numantia, you need to just continue attempting to grow. We're on 4% now, so that's a start. Carthago Nova, your public order's sinking, so let's see what can we do. Grand Bazaar, very expensive, but it could be useful. Finish off your temple, though. You need an awesome temple to Milchat. That's going to help us even further. And then we can also do additional town militia. There we go. That's put us up to a nicer figure. Right, Scalabis. Can't do anything with Scalabis. Scalabis is permanently sulking. As for Tingy's troops, sir, let's give Tingy's troops a whirl. So what we are up against is Captain Gellan. And actually, you know what? Sod it. I don't want to bring these Libyan mercs because, to be honest, they're slightly underplenished. So additional unit of cavalry, 2 sacred bands, a skirmisher, and 2 cavalry should be enough to do it. So right, we'll deal with that next turn. I like putting things off. Alright, Domindi, anything we can do with you? Execution square, but we don't need it right now. Right, Nepta, not a lot we can do with you right now. Thapsus, actually, you know what, Nepta, let's try and get you growing as well a little bit. So I don't know, what's my money like right now? Let's have a double quick check. Money's alright, so you know what? I'm gonna lower Nepta's taxes for now. Let the population growth come in. I mean, population isn't growing by a lot, but let's just get Nepta growing because it's pretty small, and I want more money out of it in the future. Now, what is concerning over here, because now that we are looking at Africa, there was a big Brutii army wandering around not long ago, and now it's not wandering around because it's all boarded up with Admiral Quintus. Admiral can't get it there to intercept in time, so he isn't going to join this one, but what we can do is we can make our way back to Thapsus, replenish our fleet, replenish our sacred band that I wanted to replenish, and then we can also have a big old look at what's going on over here, because right now the Brutii navy is scattering, fluttering, they're all in a flap really. However, some things are carrying troops, so Milk Harem, go and take out Admiral Marcellus, who is carrying troops, because he needs to go down. Right, get rid of him. Alright, not the best solution, but you had a solution. Then try and go against Admiral Flavius and Publius. Right, one of them's down, and I believe Publius was carrying troops anyway. Very good performance there. Right, make your way back and prepare to retrain. Assassin, by the way, things are coming up. Fabius Pertinax is in the area. He's the new heir. 21% for him. As for Mr. Diplomat, 95%. Go for it. I have little tolerance now for treating with Romans. it was a nice time when they were just randomly giving me gifts of money, but for now, I think extermination's a more viable solution, so extermination it shall be. Right, Admiral My Tony's, by the way, you wanna make your way to... My Tony's is blockading, Milk Harem is moving, cool, right, and then mixed myself up there, right, assassination mission was a success. Corrales, crop rotation if you want to try and grow a little further, but that's really all the money gone now. So we are out of money, but we do have our plans now. Mainika is crossing the Alps. We've got Mr. Other Guy sieging Condé Redurnum. Still got some rebels to deal with, but we've also got a big well, not a Juliite, we've got a big Brutii army now trying to do a runner, which is very interesting because it's trying to do a runner. Also, see that Captain Asinius is wiped out, please. We also need to get a temple to Baal going in Lepsis Magna. That should actually be one of our top priorities. I think we're going to knock out whatever's currently the main temple there, and we're going to replace it with Baal. Also, a good little kill there. You got a trait increase, which is all the better for you, right? Right, Lepsis Magna, we need to do something. So first, we've got stuff to repair, like the Academy. That's all well and good. The walls really should be repaired for, but we don't have enough funds, right? We'll have to save some money somewhere then, won't we? Who's recruiting? Who's spending too much money today? I think Massila's actually spending too much money right now. We can live without... Oh wait, we can live... Right, just reduce it to peasants for now, right? Lepsis Magna, I want those walls repairing, because if they're not repaired, then we are in Voodoo Bong. But in terms of your buildings, I want... Oh wait, we already have a temple to Baal set up. Yes, I forgot. Yes, we do. Right. When we have enough money, we'll just continue the upgrading of the temple. But for now, wall repairs come first. Right. So I think there is pretty much nothing left to do this turn now. So I think once more, we are going to jump to the next turn. Versus Surta's army. Could do some more Sacred Band. And then once we have that, we'll... I mean, it's basically like having a big pool of reinforcements here. And we could send them out whenever I wish. Alright, we're going to go to the next turn right now, because right now my mind is set on taking Condé Redurnum and monitoring what the Brutii are up to, because right now they're scattering, they're being skittish, but being strange. Let's see if they just suddenly decide to try and ruin everything. Right, one of our docks is blockaded, which is always a bit of an annoyance. The Scalabus continues its right, but we are now 2 turns away from that police HQ, and just keep recruiting, right. So, right, need to deal with those annoying pirates, by the way, somehow. Right, path blocked. Bodmulkat Clupea got blocked because there was a rather large Egyptian army just chilling on the border. Luckily, it seems to have moved off. Hopefully not into my borders, but as far as I'm aware, they haven't. Right. Make your way north. That town could be your base of operations for spying. Sea was too far away, and it's too close to the Egyptian capital, which sounds like really the ideal spying target, but honestly, I don't want to have my spies stranded deep in enemy territory, and then the enemy suddenly finding out I'm spying on them, because then they're going to take it the wrong way. So we're moving to Cyrene, and we'll just keep an eye on the Egyptians from there. Right now, they just seem to be having a pretty decent war area. They have... Look at those walls. They look kind of cool. Cool Egyptian walls. The garrison here is... Oh yeah, they have slingers, don't they, Egyptians? Yeah, we've got some slingers, pharaohs, bowmen, and chariots. So they're going to be a tough foe to tangle with, should we ever tangle with them. Hopefully we don't. But for now, path is blocked. Well, path is not blocked. Alicia is also rioting, because that was inevitable all along. Right, you're going to have to retrain, then, aren't you? That's going to waste my money. Great. Great Estates, Academies, Execution Square. Right, get the people in line with some good old execution. Right, what else can we do? What else can we do apart from sieging Gaelic towns? Well, we can look at our income and realise that our income is okay now. Oscar's expanded, by the way, and another town expanded, didn't it? And it needs to be dealt with. Now, which little town expanded? Did it? Was it Cirta? Because it wasn't, probably, but it was. Cirta, get your royal palace up, and that's all the money gone now, but yeah. Most of that faction, by the way, has gone back to me, thank you very much. Faction announcements, Adametus Corrales has a treasurer, Chryseris a handsome grey merchant, a librarian, and Obdisia was also given a librarian. In terms of construction, by the way, Corduba now has a secret police headquarters, Oscar some cavalry stables, and Lepsis Magna some stone walls. Right. Cool, so with the secret police HQ installed, looks like Corduba's now a little less of a sulking bitch town, and it means I don't need to spend all the money in the world recruiting now. Just retrain whatever was diminished in terms of town militia, and then try not to bother me again in the future. War declared, by the way. The Greeks are at war with Britannians. I hope that doesn't mean they expect me to join in, because if I'm honest, I'm not joining in. On the basis that, one, the Greeks were over there and I only formed the alliance because no one else would, and two, I don't want to be really dealing with an invasion of horrible, hairy, smelly Britannians. I'd rather be invading the horrible, hairy, smelly Romans, right? Recruitment report, by the way. Carthago Nova has town militia, Corduba has town militia, Tingi has long shield cavalry, Basila some slingers, Alicia some long shield cavalry, and right, you, Tididis Gisco. You have a job to do, but I have other jobs to do first. First things first, you lot. Sacred bands and cavalry and skirmishers. I want you all to go and kill Captain Gellant because he's in my way and he's stopping me from executing my big plan of this episode, which was take a crap out Gaul settlement. But hey, it's the end of a week and I'm out of ideas. I'm also just really tired from work, so yeah. But hey, that holiday is coming soon, so that means I can just sit around at home and play all the Rome Total War I bloody want to. Right, go and deal with what you want to do. Well, it's what I want to do is play more Rome Total War, but what we're going to do right now is kill some rebels. But that is technically playing Rome Total War, so I guess I want to kill rebels, and killing rebels is always somewhat satisfactory, especially when it's just a load of Numidian Javelin who are in a bad mood. Right. Cavalry, you should know how to deal with this one, though you will have some Sacred Band providing some minor assistance to you. As for my skirmishers, to be honest, this would just be a suicide mission for you, so get in there, I guess.
Many brave soldiers have seen the dawn.
Okay, let's just get this one over and done with it. Right, so Sacred Band will make you out just like this. However, just due to the high enemy missile presence, I'm going to break you out of phalanx, put you in a looser formation, and then put you like so. You lot into a looser formation, come on. So this should just try and diminish the amount of, you know, skirmishers murdering my men. So if we just form like that, and then we can basically cheat and put them back into a loose phalanx, which is pretty useful to us actually, you know. It's still a phalanx, but it's just looser, but either way it's still enough men to cause the enemy serious harm. Cavalry, we're going to put you in wedge formations, because we're just going to have you pierce the enemy really hard. Skirmishers, you're just at the back, not contributing a lot today, right. And the enemy strangely didn't put themselves on that hill, they just decided to go over here near the big rock, where they could easily have one of their own flanks cut off, and may think, oh yay, the flank, well, the rock protects our flank, except I could just go around the stupid rock, or it'll provide one less direction for the enemy to run away from me, but whatever, I'm not an expert on rocks. Okay, all units begin moving in for the kill. Cavalry can deal with this isolated unit over here. Only concern unit, I guess, is there's a unit of enemy equites on the field. Then again, equites used to be a problem for me, but now are no longer ever a problem because, hey, they're equites and therefore absolutely awful because they, well, let's face it, equites were never good. You may try to think they were good, but let's face it, I can't remember about where equites are useful. I don't think I used them that much in my Julii campaign, which is, I know, going back in the annals of time. I really should know everything I do about my Total War campaigns, but that Julii campaign was a long time ago. God, one day I'll look at this Carthage campaign and I think, oh, fuck, that was a long time ago. Do I even remember doing this random battle against some stupid rebels? Maybe I will, because to us this was a really fun campaign, so yeah. Right, anyway, all units are moving in. I hit the triple speed button just to get them moving a little faster. It's just called giving my men motivation. Alright, you lot, I want you positioned here and ready to basically jump into the enemy. Got my 2 cavalry units moving down now, like 2 little Imperial Star Destroyers. Just keep moving in. Enemies trying. Why is it today with Rebel armies just always targeting my cavalry barber? They just follow the cavalry thinking, oh, we're just gonna go for the cavalry, mate. That's gonna be the easy kill. But instead, we're just gonna move in and we're just gonna absolutely zonk them out with Sacred Band. Right. Either way, enemy is attempting to engage us here, and I was just fast forwarding too much. Right, you lot, turn, engage, do what you need to do. You lot, turn, engage, do what you need to do. Cavalry, go and lend a hand. You lot need to go and find whatever else is going around. So go and finish off those Numidian cavalry. Right, there we go. Right, that rebel general isn't going to last long anyway. He's rather eager, but my men are doing okay. They are somewhat shaken. Come on, guys, don't break on me because that would just be embarrassing. Tighten up and form a phalanx. Please, unphalanx, tight formation. Now, there we go. Right, just trying to get my men reorganized. Right, you lot in the back. Go on, go, 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 go. You lot are moving in. Got a nice tight phalanx now, which is now keep getting this enemy. Come on, guy. Can you stop being oblivious to the presence of that rebel general? There we go. Thank you very much. Okay, Sacred Band, I want you to now go and provide assistance over here while my cavalry just cleans up over there. Right, you lot, you are shaken, so therefore I'm going to get you out before you go and blow it and rout. Come on. I told them to withdraw, but they're not listening, so they're probably going to rout. There we go.
He does not stand, but runs away. Is there any point in killing him?
What is it with Long Shield Cavalry being very bad at listening to orders? Alright, well, they've gone and footed themselves up, and they're already going to escape the battle because they just hate me, so thank you, Long Shield Cavalry. You really made a contribution today. Anyway, looks like the enemy's trying to clash into my Sacred Band. My Sacred Band are just going to take none of that, and they're just going to break them up as they arrive. So I want additional Sacred Band to come in. Enemy General had another go here, but he's routed. Good.
Now attack and break the will of his followers.
Right, I want you guys ready. You guys are moving in as quick as you can. Obviously, it isn't going to be fast enough, but they're trying. Bless their little souls, they're trying. Right, you lot. Wait, just try and move around here. We need to try and wipe out some more of these Numidian Javelin. I know there's loads of them, but come on. You guys should be great at taking down skirmishing units. Skirmishers, you want to try and move in on this one as well if you want. May as well invite you to the battlefield. Right. Units, come on, keep moving. The enemy's just trying to go around that Smegan rocks. You know what? Shield cavalry. Turn around, go around the other side of the rock, cut off those peasants. You two will be dealing with the rest of those javelins. There we go. Chump, chum, 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 chum. We know what we're doing, right? So cavalry's just trying to escape, kind of bottlenecking a little bit, but it's not too bad this time around. These lot are just going to try and target my Sacred Band. They're going to run around, do every trick in the book, just to try and be generally filthy. Right, you lot, engage those peasants, and for fuck's sake, if you somehow lose to the peasants, I'm going to be really pissed off. So just get in there and do your job properly this time. Seriously, no excuses this time. You got to take them all out. Right, we're doing all right. They are concerned at least because the general has fled. And there we go. Right, we broke those guys. All right, cavalry, finish them off. Right, you lot, how are we doing? Right, enemy's just trying to run around and be awkward. So you target that one. You target that one. If you keep moving, to be honest, they'll just not bother. You know what? Even better yet, just run. Don't even bother with a phalanx. Loose up. No phalanxes. Loosen up. Just run the enemy down. They're going to think they can try and run away, but to be honest, then they're going to fuck themselves up because they're already at the edge of a battlefield. So, alright, in real life it wouldn't work, but in here, the imaginary red laser beam has come to murder them, so therefore they can't do anything. And you lot, can you not, like, wander off around a rock? I know rocks somehow mess with your ability to magnetize yourselves to the Earth magnetic polar fields or whatever, but please don't let it get to you. Right. Enemies running off by way. This was just their plan all along. Just kind of camp near the edge of the battlefield so they can escape. But, oh well, whatever. They may have tried to escape, but either way, they've basically sealed their own graves, done everything like that. So, yeah, enjoy being dead, all you enemies. So, this rock seems to be having an influence on my men being worse than usual at following orders. Because, seriously. Yeah, there you go. Go on. A little bit more speed would be appreciated.
Victory is yours, and no one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy.
And AI got the better of me there in a few occasions there. Not the best outcome. I still blame that stupid rock because it kind of got my men confused, so whatever.
Glorious victory!
Either way, glorious victory. Make your way back to Tingy before the entire town erupts in rebellion, and I will give you 1 additional Poeni infantry as a reward for your loyalty and service. But then again, if I take that Poeni infantry off you, which is a really shitty thing to do, but hey, I think you can tough out 1 turn of low public order, because Lepsis Magna, let's give you a better temple, and I guess repair the Scriptorium Academy, because it was only going to cost us 10 denarii anyway. Okay, so that is all the money spent. You haven't done anything this turn, so shame I can't sneak you onto fleets, right? Either way, kill the Roman captain, have good luck for the rest of your day or something like that. At least we're going to kill this captain, because then we can just kill the other captain in the upcoming battle that we're going to fight in about a minute from now. Let's just do a little bit more spring cleaning, because that's basically what we're doing right now, just general spring cleaning. But yeah, what are we fighting against? Captain Publius, Praetorian, and a Velite Gladiator. Right, well, I'm not going to expend the armoured elephants. War elephants, 2 Poenis, slingers, Sacred Band, and I think I'm going overkill here. Admentus, just you, Admentus, just bring your bodyguard. You lot should be more than enough to deal with this small Roman threat. Well, it's not even a threat, it's just an annoyance, it's a pest, it needs exterminating and dealing with, so just go and exterminate and deal with it. So please, get rid of Captain Publius, it's still in our favour with 5-2 in our lovely, lovely combat ratios, calculations and all things like that. So yeah, when one side goes against the enemy, the gods gift a stronger morale than their observers, blah 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 blah.
The lands of the dead will see many new souls before the sun sets. Just make sure that you are not one of them. Send our foes there instead. Now, take up the sword. Pull on your armor. We go to test our courage in the fires of battle.
Okay, let's fire up those battles, lads. So you lot just line yourselves up. Another rock of annoyance lurking, by the way. I have already spotted it. So we're all lined up. Slingers, you're going to take front line. I know it's Praetorians of Elites, but you guys should be able to deal with them. And then elephants, I want you there, ready to swamp the enemy down. I want them to attack the Praetorians, avoid the Velites. General, try and avoid the Velites as well. There's the infantry and slingers, you're on Velites. Cavalry, you're on Praetorians. Let's do it, right. So Velites are taking front and centre to try and avoid being flanked, or at least to try and protect their Praetorian cohorts. So for now, slingers and Poenis will advance forward and initiate hostilities against the enemy. Elephants, we're going to try and move around, and just because I am now wary of giant rocks in the middle of a battlefield causing chaos for my armies, we're going to advance around this flank with cavalry and mobile units. Either way, everyone has a job now, so everyone's going to move forward. Slingers, your job is just take on the Velite Gladiator, so we'll just speed up a little bit just so we can advance closer and closer to initiating the engagement. So Alright, I feel like that's close enough because it is. Right, Poenis, hold position. Alright, Velite, slingers has now started to sling against the Velites. They have spotted the elephants though, so elephants, I want you to just pull back a little bit. And Poenis, I want you to move. Oh, wait. Don't move to intercept. They're feigning, right. Elephants keep moving forward. I think they're just going to try and feign. I think the slingers are causing too much chaos among the enemy ranks, so it's okay for now. Let the slingers wipe them out. Because that is exactly what the slingers are doing. Yep, well done, slingers. Right, very good job. Okay, slingers, I want you to... Well, actually, let the slingers finish them off first before they even... We can work in those Praetorians, but we've got those guys just wiped out. Right, they're retreating. Elephants and cavalry, I want you to speed up and finish off the enemy now. Just get in there, run in, do whatever you need to do. Just chase them down. Slingers, call it a day now. Either way, we need to just finish off whatever's left of the enemy. So, how far have they got to escape? They've got a fair distance to escape, so yeah, they're not going to make it this time around. So, cavalry's going to get in there. Velites did regain their composure, however, but they're just going to continue running. So, for now, I'll let the Velites escape. I just want the Praetorians wiped out. If we wipe out enough of them, I think the enemy army should get wiped out. Now, they are getting dangerously close to escaping, but if we can just hit them, they'll engage us. So they won't run away. So if I just keep them there long enough for my elephants to arrive, who are on their way. We're starting to take out a few of the Praetorians. They're not engaging us yet, though. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. The enemy's played into my trap. Right, cavalry, pull out and slow down those Velite gladiators. Elephants, they're all yours now. I mean, seriously, they're just thinking, what the hell was all that about? And then, boom, elephants just knock them over. There we go. Right, have fun, elephants. You lot, just try and slow down the Velites in whatever way you can. They are going to try and stop you, but they are already worn down, and they're going to just try and run away anyway. So just try and go for a total extermination, because I did decree that the Brutii must be exterminated, but oh dear, a few got away. Oh well. They're now just condemned to roam the deserts forever now, without a home. Sucks to be them. Alright, you lot speed up. Elephants, how are we doing? They're a little winded already. Their stamina isn't the greatest for elephants, but I think one of the elephants also just somehow died. Oh, another elephant somehow died. Elephants, we've got to try and not die. Right. Finish them all off, lads.
Chase them from the field and give them no rest or pity.
Right, a few poor little elephants lost their lives, but overall we pretty much brought the enemy down to nothing. So we did all right there. General, come on, there we go. Keep moving. Knock them all out, lad. Come on. The captain bites the dust as well. Well, he now sits with a face full of sand. Right. Come on. All of them, lads. All of them. Don't just let random pockets of enemies survive. Come on. Get them all knocked out. There we go. We'll just speed this one up just for our pleasure of seeing a Brutii army get efficiently wiped out. Or it's not very efficiently wiped out. I don't know what those elephants are up to, but then again, elephants don't have the greatest steering in the world, so who can blame them? Right. Come on. I think there's just one last enemy left now. Knock him down. Who's going to get him? Cavalry or elephant? Yeah, go on. Motivate your elephant, man. Motivate him to get the kill. Oh, looks like cavalry's going to steal it.
Awaiting your victory is sweet indeed. And all the sweeter for being so decisive.
Well, that one went to the elephants. Well, no, just kidding. It went to the cavalry instead, while my men just stand around and randomly slap their elephants. But I think they were just patting them on the heads for a job well done, as they are very well done by killing the enemy. So there we go. Captain Publius will no longer be in my way, and that is exactly how I like it.
Glorious victory.
Okay, make your way back to base, Adventus Corrales, and await further orders. Okay, so that pretty much brings us to the end of his turn now anyway. Mr. Assassin, by the way, make your way north and try and expose, I don't know, random Brutii agents. But there is just one pressing issue to deal with before we end this episode, and while it could be the crossing of the Alps, that's actually for next time. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, we'll save the best till next time. For now, here's the second best. Let's finish off Gaul. Well, not finish off Gaul. They're still here, clinging on stubbornly in another town, but for now, let's make sure that they are brought down to the true level of poverty. Don't make them into a one-province settlement. Make them suffer. Which sounds very cruel, but I have no love for Gaul. We all know that. Gaul has been a very big pain in my bum, and now they'll be out of my way. Actually, they'll be in my way again after conquering Italy, but after this, they'll be out of my way for a little longer. It's very weak defences. The army should be pretty weak anyway, so let's just get in and do this one. Okay, so strength ratio is 9-7 in my favour. We outnumber the enemy by just a few hundred men. Captain Glazorbin has 3 units of warband peasants, but he does have a unit of swordsmen in his army. Now they're the only units who could pose a somewhat of a threat to us, because I am using a very cheap and weak army made out of Iberian infantry, and swordsmen seem to be pretty capable of cutting through Iberians because they just have a generally pretty strong attack. So we either have to lump additional infantry against them, or better yet, get cavalry to deal with them.
This night we will feast and drink to celebrate victory. I promise you that. I also promise you the warm company of appreciative camp followers. But before any of that, there's something I'd like you to do for me! So, let your battle cries ring out clear and loud. Death! Death and glory!
Okay, let's gloriously bring these Gauls some additional death that they probably didn't ask for, but they deserve, because they have historically been in my way. Still, we know what we're doing, right? Iberians, prepare the ram to ram the walls. And additional Iberians, I want you lined up and ready to basically surge into the city as soon as we have control of that gatehouse. Skirmishers, you will also march with the ram. You will provide some additional peppering and try and wear out the enemy before we make our way in. Round shield cavalry, you will support on the general assault on the plaza. By the way, hello again, round shield cavalry. It's been a very long time since we last had you in a battle, and this will probably be the last time we have you in a battle, because you guys are useless and are only here because you're cheap, and I couldn't be bothered waiting the additional turns to recruit long shield cavalry. As for general, you will be providing your usual general support inside the city, but for now you will be waiting further orders. So we're going to begin moving in. Just going to get right in here, take these walls. Infantry, let's have you lined up and ready to move into the city, like so. And then I want skirmishers lining up as well, because they've got to try and get as many kills as they can against the enemy. There's plenty of them just waiting in this lower area of the city. Looks like the swordsmen are actually retreating to the plaza, though, or at least that's where they're going to await us. And that is fine by me, because then they're not contesting the gate, because they're the strongest unit, and they will probably have the best chance of deflecting me at that stage of the battle. So if they wish to be far away, let them be far away. Defending in the centre of the city, by the way, they have left the peasants there to do their dirty work, so well done, Gaul. So it's just going to be all warband here. So plenty of them, but oh well, we can kill them all. Looks like they're trying to hype up as well, but luckily warband doesn't last very long, or at least, well, actually warband doesn't last very long anyway, but the war cry effect doesn't last long either, so they're already wasting that, but it'll probably recharge by the time we get back in there, but whatever. We'll let them have a little bit of a moment, right?
Your soldiers and the battling ram are at the gates. Now comes the test of their courage.
Okay, the battling ram is doing what it needs to do. I'm going to try and maneuver my skirmishers up a little bit just to see if I can try and get them in to do some damage against the enemy while we wait for the gates to come down, but the gates aren't going to last very long. They're already nearly half done anyway. So let's just try and get you in there a little quicker. There we go. Right, try and get some shots against that warband. You lot, I want you over there, and I want you to try and get some shots off against the warband as well. More we tried to kill through use of javelins. I mean, there we go. That was a very good volley, lads. Right, you lot, we're all lining up there. We're going to try and get some additional volleys out now.
Your soldiers have broken through the gate. Now order them on and hound the enemy.
Right, the battling ram has done its job. Right, skirmishers, hold position. You need to provide firing support to whatever decides to come over and say hello. I want to watch what these Gauls do first. But it looks like they're not really interested in coming up for a fight. Right, infantry, I want you to take these guys. You two go there and hold off against these guys. They are going to war cry. They are going to try and hype up, and you're going to help out over here. Skirmishers will provide firing support to whatever's coming our way.
The cowardly enemy have lost the walls. Send your troops and take the rest of the settlement.
Not really much of a settlement, but oh well, we'll take it. If we just root out this little Gallic stronghold, headquarters, festering hole, whatever you want to call it, then we can just control this general area nice and safely. Okay, so Iberians are going to start engaging against the already somewhat shaken and steady warband, so we should be able to try and take them. My guys are wavering already though, which once more is just a true testament to the strength of Iberian infantry. Skirmishers, I do kind of want them to try and get another volley in, but for now they're holding fire, and I'm going to make sure they don't do any more fire. These guys are breaking, by the way. That's not good. Guys, come on, I expect better out of you, right? Skirmishers, get additional hits out, because we're losing Iberian infantry very rapidly here, and it's not good. It's not good at all. Right, come on, lads. You can do better than that. General, move in to try and provide some moral support. I need you to rally your troops before they start. Too many routing troops could cause a major blockage, and that would just make things very bad for us. So just try and get in range, pop off your rallying cry, and might just try and get some troops back in the battle. So come on. Right, I've rallied a men. It hasn't seemed to have provided much of a boost to the rest of my men, but at the same time my rallying seems to have broken the Gaul, so that is excellent. Right, so Iberian infantry, I want you to line up and control this area of the city now. So, alright, some of them are routed, so I can't control them all. So, right, you lot, get in there, take control of that area. Skirmishers, let's try and get you in as well, though you're all out of ammo, so you're not going to be too much use to me, but then again, you are extra bodies. So, just in case my Iberian infantry let me down again, we're going to get you in as well. You're going to act as basically additional light infantry. We've still got a bit of a jam going on here because of retreating idiots, so, yeah, that's always a bit of an issue for us. Looks like some of my men are making their way through there, but additional Gauls are on their way to try and stop me now. Got 2 units of warband coming in, so right, you lot, just get in there and stop the enemy, because what else have we got inbound? Those swordsmen, where are they and what are they up to? They're getting ready to attack us. Right, that's not good. Need to get that cavalry in there ASAP. Right, how are we doing over here? We've broken them. Right, good. Right, men, line up, get ready. So we've got more warband inbound. Swordsmen are still holding back. That's good. The longer they hold back, the better. If they continue to hold back, then that's even better, because then I could just use a cavalry against them rather than having to not waste Iberian infantry, but, you know, sacrifice Iberian infantry. Still got an absolute traffic jam going on here, but because of the retreating morons. General, try and rally them again. Doesn't seem to have rallied my men. Unfortunately, they're still absolutely broken, and more enemies have tried to join in this battle. Right, all of you get in there, try and kill as many enemies as you can. We're already quite shaken, but the enemy is wavering. Come on, don't just stand and stare at them. Get in and kill them. There we go. Come on, the more of you. There we go. Right, broken them down again. Warband are still incoming though. The enemy just does not give up. They are just going to continue sending waves and waves and waves of troops against us, but every time they do so, to be honest, I'm losing a few Iberian infantry every time I do it, but they're losing many more warbands, so they just slowly bring themselves down. It's like waves crashing on a rock. We're the rock, they're the waves. Wait, it's the other way around. I'm the wave, they're the rock. Because it's the rock that gets worn down. The wave may crash and blow up, but they're the ones getting ground down over time, because that's exactly what they're doing. So, erosion, right. How are we doing over here? Men are still routing. You're not very good at rallying your men, are you, General, by the way? Oh well, my troops are still coming in. They do know what they're up to. They do know what they're supposed to be doing. Come on. We'll just fast forward until the rest of this can... Like my men are like slowly getting fed in, actually, like a little slow machine. Warband just keep walking up, trying to think, are we going to do it? Are we not going to do it? Swordsmen still remain somewhat not committed to fighting. They're inching forward very slowly, but then they inch away as soon as they see their mates run away. At the terrifying sight of pathetically weak Iberian infantry, so that's all fine by me. How are we doing over here? It's like slowly getting better now, this general congestion, and the general still remains terrible at routing anything. Right. Got some more enemies incoming up this time. They're still shaking, wavering. We'll even get into battle. Oh, they actually got into battle, and then they broke instantly. My men have just quickly reworked themselves, trying not to run in Dr. Guarding formation, people, just to avoid charging down people who have already run away. Right. Now that that congestion's gone, let's make a plan. So, Iberian infantry, I want you up here and ready to begin making your way up the hill. General, I want you up there and ready to basically move in for the final assault. Round shield cavalry, I also want you in the nearby vicinity to provide additional support. And I want skirmishers to move around and be the flank. So there we go. Everyone has a job now. Everyone knows where they need to be going. And go they shall. General, I want you to stick close to the Iberian infantry, because they may need support should they break against anything, but right now it still remains just sending in the warband. Swordsmen keep themselves well back, and that is the best way it should be, right? So here they come. Oh no, you're going to get slightly engaged, but they'll break instantly, so you're alright. There we go. Right, we broke them down. Getting a few kills as we go for it. These guys as well, they're going to break. There we go. That never didn't break, but they're breaking. There we go, they broke, right. Swordsmen are incoming out. Surround the swordsmen and try and wipe them out. General, I want you to get in there very quickly, because the Iberians aren't going to last very long. So General, come on. No time to lose. Iberians, they're marching at an okay space. Right. Round shields, you need to get in as fast as possible now. No time for dilly-dallying. Iberians won't last forever. Come on, come on, come on. General, get up there. You need to rally your men and see that they remain, you know, brave and loyal and not running awaying. There we go. Just getting around the flank. Excellent. My men remain steady. I guess they're happy because the general's around. And these guys are about to have their flank wrecked as well. So general, get in there. That general flew nearly 20 feet that time, but he didn't really. But that would have been fucking hilarious if he did that. Anyway, that was a swordsman unit decisively wiped out in one cavalry charge. Iberians, the plaza is pretty much as good as ours. Begin making your way forward to finish off the rest of the enemy. Where are we at with round shield cavalry? They're all making their way into the city now. They're just pretty much now a great big horde. And skirmishers are also speeding their way in. Right. Skirmishers, I want you to just prepare yourselves over there. You can take your time now if you wish. Iberians should have this one covered now. General, make your way onto the flank and prepare to flank round and hit the enemy in the back. Iberians should know what they're up to right now, so we can take over this little sacred rock that the enemy covets. Because now I covet it, and I'll get rid of it and replace it with a statue to Baal, because that's the only way to go in this area, right? General is preparing to get around the flank. Enemy is watching their flank though, because they're somewhat clever now, but it isn't going to pay off. Round shield cavalry, I want you up there. You guys seem to be a bit slow on the uptake, don't you? Right. You lot get in there, start engaging. Let's just get this one over and done with, basically. Just take them all out. There's even a swordsman left for us to kill. Kill him. There we go, he's gone. Right, that's the swordsman, all wiped out forever. Right. So, enemy is now just crippling and breaking. So, general, I want you in the back. Skirmishers are coming in to provide additional melee support in the back. So, come on, come on, come on, come on. No skirmishing, by the way. You stand and fight now. General, in the back. Go on. Keep the enemy breaking up. There we go, right. So the enemy's wavering. They'll just be forced into fighting to the death. Skirmishers, get in there. Provide additional support. Basically more bodies into the sack. Oh, there's not really a lot of space for my cavalry to manoeuvre now. So unfortunately those round shield cavalry may have just been a general waste of money. But oh well, they can stay there and help defend against any incoming Britannians that the Greeks may annoy and send my way, because the Greeks have annoyingly started a war against an enemy who I'm trying to keep at bay, or, you know, just try and keep out of the way. I mean, imagine if they suddenly started a war with Egypt as well. That would probably land me in the shit, because Egypt will probably just give themselves justification to invade me and then destroy everything I hold dear to myself. Okay, so Iberians and skirmishers have now moved in. I'm going to try and just get the last of the kills sorted. Got the enemy slowly routing. They're breaking up. We'll probably end up taking the plaza this way. So general, just going to try and maneuver him in. Get him in there so he can provide additional support. But that is pretty much the enemy wiped out there. They've got not a hope in hell left to, well, cling on to. That's another Gaelic settlement gone. It's been a long time since I wiped out Gaul. Kill them all. Wipe every last barbarian out. This is now a civilized area run by civilized Carthaginians.
Is yours, and no one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy.
Welcome to the colonies, Conde Redonum. You're my newest colony for me to control and do with what I please. But that is a clear victory for me. Enemy absolutely zonked out. Not too many losses for me, quite a few, but then again I'm using cheap expendable units, so when that happens you kind of can expect your numbers to maybe drop quite a bit. Either way, let's loot this place. There's really a lot to loot, but to be honest, it's something I don't care about. I only really took it for the purpose of not having Gauls on my borders anymore, so just go for an extermination. We'll lift whatever money we can and exterminate whoever stands against us, because we need to try and instill order here. Lower the tax rate and that gets the people on your side instantly. How good is that, right? Still, this is a town that'll need a lot of work before it can be big enough for us, so for now we will destroy the temple and replace it with 1, 2, Now, usually I'd go with Tanit for the growth, but today I'm going to go with Baal for the Sacred Band. And the only reason I'm doing that is because, say, in the future we attempt to invade the British Isles. Because, not that I want to invade the British Isles, but it might be because I have to invade the British Isles. Trait increased by the way, Tydedes Gisco is now considered to be a good commander. And he has a sword bearer, so that is nice for him. But either way, I think that is where we're going to call it an end for today. We've had a nice game, and basically, we control 2 frontiers. And well, where do we go next? Where is there left to go? Well, I think we all know where. Into the heartlands of our enemies. Oh yes. Now the true campaign and the true fight begins. It's time to fight in our enemies' homelands. I'll see you there for the first steps onto Italian soil, disregarding the other 2 times we've stepped onto it, but this time we're doing it for real. See you there, folks.